All right, folks, welcome back. It is Tuesday, April 9th. We all survived the eclipse. So, as you can see, truck's out here. I haven't done a whole lot of filming past few days. It was really disappointing and stressful whatever weekend trying to get the truck going again. But we did figure everything out with that, and it is running fine. I'll talk about kind of what happened and all that stuff in a minute here. I'm getting the grill going for burgers tonight, so I'm gonna work on that a second here. Get my burgers thrown on here, and then we'll go over and talk about the truck. So in my last video, we just dropped the motor down in there and tried to start it once and had some issues with timing. It tried to start a little bit and then just kind of quit. The starter kept, it's still crank, but no start. So I checked my timing light with it on there, and I was getting no flashing on the timing light. So that either means really, really weak spark or no spark. So I pulled one of the spark plugs out and held it against a ground and cranked it, and there was nothing coming out at all, no juice. So something happened in the distributor. I think the coil went bad in that thing. And so we decided we were gonna get a new one, but I thought instead of just getting that same old style, why don't we go ahead and make a little upgrade. So a 6A MSD Pro Billet distributor and a 6AL2 programmable box and a Blaster 3 coil. Now this is the exact same other than the plug wires, because those are JDM speed wires off of Amazon. They're kind of cheapy, but quality-ish, I guess. They seem pretty good quality. They're like a 10.5 millimeter plug wire instead of like an 8.5. So we'll see how those hold up. But anyhow, this is the same setup that's on my car, the Firebird, hiding in front of the Escalade. Probably can't see it from the sun. But anyway, so I know this system pretty well, and I wanted to be able to lock out the ignition timing anyway. So we went ahead and got this system. This is actually the box out of my car because problems. Anyway, the box I bought is fine, but this box is on here just because I ended up using this one. So anyhow, I put this stuff all on here, and I got it lined up TDC, what I thought was, I didn't pull a valve cover to confirm top dead center of cylinder 1. I just pulled the cap of the old distributor and turned the motor over till the crank pulley was where it should be at top dead center, and dropped the new distributor in from there and wired it all up, cranked it all up after I got all this stuff installed, and I still wasn't getting any spark through my timing light. I couldn't see, it wasn't flashing, whatever. And so I thought, well, maybe, there's something wrong with my wiring here. So I double checked all my wiring here. I went through the MSD troubleshooting guide, and I ended up trying the coil from my car to see if that was any different, and still nothing. So whatever. Couldn't figure it out. And then I unplugged all the plug wires off the top to change them, and I thought, oh, what the hell, I'll give it a try with just one spark plug cylinder number one hooked up and my timing light hooked up, and I cranked it, and it flashed and definitely had spark. So that made me think that it was low battery voltage, because we got a 2 battery system here, and when I had it on the charger, they were only getting up to like 78% or 80% by the time I would be done working on one thing and trying to start it again. So I'm guessing that this battery is probably weak, because this is the one that the wires are going to the MSD box from, and it was just lower voltage than that battery, which it really shouldn't matter, but I'm guessing somehow, because it's actually drawing off this battery directly, that it was a problem. But anyhow, we had spark. It was just a low battery voltage problem. And so I ended up pulling all the plug wires and having the timing light hooked up to cylinder number 1, setting the timing with it flashing on cylinder number 1, and then hooking all the plug wires back up to where they needed to be. At this point, I had pinched off the fuel line because I didn't want to pump any more fuel in there, which turns out I should have done that a whole lot sooner, but I didn't, because the entire time I was trying to start it with the old distributor, I didn't do that. It was just pumping fuel into the exhaust. So when I started it with the new stuff here, and it started up great when I finally got everything figured out to where it needed to be, there was a massive backfire, just one big boom, and it actually shook a bunch of rust off the bottom of the truck, but it blew out both of the mufflers in this thing. They're here, I'll take you back here and show you. Right back here, you can see kind of up in here, maybe not. Here, I'll turn the light on. I gotta zoom in to turn the light on. So yeah, they both kind of opened up like that above the exhaust, and yeah, so it's quite loud now. Obviously we got to get new mufflers. They're on the way. But, yeah, thankfully nothing else went wrong while doing all that. But, yeah, that was quite a surprise. My wife came out to make sure that I was all right. And I was still in shock from the boom that I said, yeah, I'm okay. But I just kind of spoke it, and she was far enough away she didn't hear me, so that freaked her out more. But anyway, so now it starts and it runs good. I got it set at 36 degrees with the timing locked out. And it runs real good. I had to weld up the exhaust right here because there was some kind of a tube here, I assume for EGR, and it snapped off when I was putting these back on. So I just welded that up so it didn't spit flame out. Anyway, let's start it up. Actually, I can't right now because I left the keys in the house, but I will start it up in a minute for you guys. I'll go check on my burgers first. But anyhow, that's where we're standing with this thing. I just took my hood from my into the garage. My wife came out and helped me carry it in there, set it back on the car. I just had it painted, and I will go and take a look at that real quick. I'm gonna check out my burgers first. So I took the hood yesterday to get it painted, and I picked it up today. So it's a little bit different shade, unfortunately, than the rest of the car. A little disappointed in that. Really happy with the turnaround time and the quality of the work, but it does not match very well at all. So we're going to leave it for this year and consider getting it repainted or the car wrapped or repainted next year. But for now, this is what it looks like. And on the camera it matches better than in real life. But it looks real nice, very shiny. Again, great quality work, awesome turnaround time, fantastic price, but he even painted inside the cowl there. But unfortunately, I mean, I took him my fuel door and the paint coat off this thing, but he couldn't find this paint anymore. I guess. I don't know. So we went with the most popular option for this paint code to repaint them, and this is what it was. So I'm still happy with it. I'm just a little disappointed it doesn't match, but again, this hood is amazing, and I'm going to run it and be happy with it as best as I can. So anyhow, that's that. Still no word from the machine shop on the motor on this thing. I should be hearing from them sometime this week. I was hoping to hear from them either yesterday or today, but they haven't gotten back with me yet. We'll see. We'll be patient a little bit longer. I really don't want to bug them. I know they'll call me when they're done, so there's really no point to bug them, but I am getting a little impatient. It's been there 9 weeks now, and originally they said 6 to 8, so I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully that'll be coming back soon, but I got all my stuff to build the motor and get this thing back going, but anyhow. Yeah, so that's the truck update and the situation update. I really didn't feel like filming all of it because, one, I was super grumpy and frustrated about it all, especially when it wasn't working and stuff, and I just kind of wanted to listen to some music on my phone while I was working, and it was a lot of pretty boring stuff anyway. So truck's all set. I will shoot some video of it running real quick before I end this video. But yeah, that's the update, and I will see you in a minute. All right, let's start this up. Give it a little gas here. So it's got about 45 pounds of oil pressure, give or take. This gas, the fuel sender in this side gas tank doesn't work. The one on this side does, but right now we're running off this side. So it's pretty loud, obviously. But it's got decent throttle response. Anyway, it runs pretty decent now, just needs some mufflers. So it does have a little bit of a run-on problem when you shut it off. It tends to run on just a little bit. Not sure exactly what's going on there, whether it's too much timing or what. I'm not really sure that one. But we'll look into it, we'll get it figured out eventually. Also, the idle has to be set pretty high. I think due to the carburetor. It's not a very great carburetor, but when you put it in gear, if it's not set very high, it just lugs it down so hard that it loses vacuum signal and just dies. So it's set kind of high on the idle, but it drives decent, so not too worried about it. But yeah, so obviously the more you are with a vehicle, the more you learn about it, and the more you learn its quirks and problems, and we'll kind of sort them out as we go and can afford to and all that. So yeah, that's gonna be it for this little video update. Thanks for watching, and like, share, and subscribe. See ya.